Das. Over 500 runs now in his 28th ODI. Has a high score of 121. That's going to go past Wilson. And McCarthy, as we suggested, can give away runs, can take wickets too, but can be a little wayward at times. And let's just run down. Tickled around the corner for 4.
He'll be disappointed there, just straight onto leg stump. He was tickled fine by Das for 4.
Taking out the second slip. Barry McCarthy, chat to him. Sligo really works hard at his cricket. He's very frustrated, very disappointed when he's not selected for Ireland. Really working hard on his game to become one of Ireland's leading bowlers. In and out of the squad, would like a good run. Just wonder the way things are going in English cricket with less and less Irish players involved now in the county scene. Would Tim Murtagh finish off his career with Middlesex? No Paul Sterling still there. Middlesex and Stuart Pointer, the only 3 really in the senior squad who are playing county cricket. They've squeezed overseas players out of the county scene. I just wonder will Murtagh stay there. He's 37 years of age now. Let's just ease around the corner. Boyd Rankin doing the fielding, and ends the second over, 9 without loss.
পোলার নতুন টুইনি কাপ আইসক্রিম, ভ্যানিলার সাথে স্ট্রবেরি রিপলের টুইন কম্বিনেশন, ভালো করতেই পারে মন। আমার বাবাও পছন্দ করবে। পোলার আইসক্রিম, মন ভালো থাক।
Kevin O'Brien just keeping him honest, shying it at the stumps. These the Bangladesh World Cup fixtures. Alan, they start with tough enough games: South Africa, New Zealand, England, and then Sri Lanka. And they've beaten the West Indies twice here now in this Tri-Nations. They meet at Taunton before matches against Australia, Afghanistan, India and Pakistan to wrap things up for them.
I think if they play to their potential, vast experience in their team, they could surprise a few and maybe sneak a semi-final spot, but a tough opening. And of course, with only 10 teams in this World Cup, much to the disappointment of many, including Ireland.
Taking Sterling out of slip. Just left Andy Balbirnie there for Das and Adair. Sterling's gone to mid-on.
I was interested to note a tweet from Malcolm Cannon, CEO of Scotland, of course the side that beat the world's number 1 last season. Telling the informed public they're virtually sold out for their fixture against Sri Lanka. And why not? They've played very well over the last 18 months, Scotland, and of course desperately unlucky themselves. Ironically, DRS non-availability probably cost them a World Cup place at the expense of the West Indies. It's those margins.
It's a good start from Adair. He was a little expensive the other day. Not for 57 against the
very
Windies,
well,
but pretty much on the money in his opening 2 overs so far.
Well, at this point, that's what he should concentrate on. He's done very well. Keep banging away, as I said, into the wicket on that off-stump line. No need for anything different right now.
That's a good shot. He's beaten the two fielders. He's going to run away for 4. And a nice shot on the up.
Commentators curse there, John. Longish half volley from Adair and eased through the offside by Das, just opening the blade, ensuring that he got it through that gap between point and cover. And, he was always going for 4. Lovely control.
Ground's in great nick here. Credit to Brian McDermott and his ground staff here. A terrific job. Traditional home of Irish cricket. And ends the 3rd over, 14 without loss.
আমার বিশ্বাস বিশুদ্ধ পানি উৎপাদনে প্রাণ ড্রিঙ্কিং ওয়াটার সর্বোচ্চ মান নিয়ন্ত্রণের ক্ষেত্রে কোনো কম্প্রোমাইজ করে না। প্রাণ ড্রিঙ্কিং ওয়াটার, এক বোতল প্রাণ শক্তি। গাজী টায়ার, নিরাপদ হোক পথ চলা।
That's the way we stand. 47 overs to be bowled. Bangladesh 14 without loss. 293 for victories. McCarthy continues left-right combination. Ireland don't make the final of the tri-series because Bangladesh and Windies are already through. This is the Das boundary from the previous over. Nicely played. But it is the West Indies and Bangladesh in the final at Malahide this coming Friday. That's a good shot, square of the wicket, no need to run for that. Lovely shot, up on his toes, 4 runs.
Well, it was interesting. First ball of Barry McCarthy's over seemed to come back into Tamim, that just going wide, and that's meat and drink to a player of Tamim's quality. Eased off the back foot for 4.
At a length, kept a little bit low as well. Bangladesh will be off to play in a couple of warm-up matches ahead of the World Cup opener against South Africa. Ireland themselves, well, they'll keep going. Busy summer for them. They play Afghanistan in 2 ODIs in Stormont on Sunday next, the 19th, and then against Afghanistan again on next Tuesday before a series against Zimbabwe. 3 ODIs, 3 T20 games. A combination of Breedy in Derry and Stormont in Belfast. Big game then, the Test match. Ireland's 3rd against England in July at Lord's. Many of the players will be involved as well in the new T20 Slam. Ireland, Scotland, Netherlands, franchise teams, 2 from each, over August and September before the Ireland men's team head off for the T20 World Cup qualifiers in the UAE in October and November. Still a lot of cricket for Ireland to be played this season.
Barry McCarthy quieting things down. Don't get bored, Barry. Just keep working away on that line of off stump. You're a wicket taker. Build pressure. And again, even this last ball. Dot ball is precious.
Oops. Gone through the midfield. Fielder there, but Adair tidies up, prevents the second run, 19 without loss.
এটাই বেস্ট, প্রাণ ঝালমুড়ি এমনই টেস্ট, বাকি সব কিছু থেকে এটাই বেস্ট।
আসছো, তোমাকে গোলাপের ভালোবাসা। ধুর, তুমি শুধুই আমার।
তুমি শুধুই আমার।
পাইছি।
কুদ্দুস ভাই,
এই প্রথম স্ট্রবেরি ফ্লেভারড বিস্কিটের পোলার স্ট্রবেরি আইসক্রিম কোন। ভালো করতেই পারে মন। কুদ্দুস ভাই কিন্তু খারাপ না। পোলার আইসক্রিম, মন ভালো থাকে।
And that polar end, 6 runs off his 2.1 over so far. .32 off 30 on debut against England, by 25 against the Windies, and that was crash bang wallop late towards the end of the innings. Struck a couple of nice boundaries as well today, Adair.
A lot of potential from Mark Adair, there's no doubt about that. Obviously had a spell with Warwickshire. He struggled for both form, had a lot of injuries. Young man, 23 years of age, talented sportsman, and will be looking to knock in.
Porterfield gets his hand to it, but it can't prevent the 4. Diving away to his left hand side. Be a little disappointed he didn't cut this off, Porterfield.
Unlucky, just bounced over his arm. He got down well, but it was a lovely shot from Iqbal. Just one of those things, couldn't really be faulted there. He got something on it. Fielded by Paul Sterling. You're quite right, John, he's done a good job so far. Mark Adair, again in this period of transition for Ireland, sometimes you've just got to grab these chances with both hands. That's what it's about at international level, and that's what Adair's got to try and do as he looks to come round the wicket now to Tamim.
Nicely dabbed down to third man. It's Josh Little. Combination, of course, of left and right, just moving the field around, which makes things a little bit more difficult for Ireland.
And of course, often when you get a chance, and Adair's chance here was, of course, because Stuart Thompson is out with a shoulder injury. You've got to look around your team and decide whose spot do you want? Whose spot are you going to take?
Cries of catch, but it falls short of Kevin O'Brien to end the 5th, 24 without loss.
Barry, come in here, please.
সর্বোৎকৃষ্ট কাঁচামালে তৈরি গাজী পিভিসি পাইপ, আগাগোড়া মজবুত, বাংলাদেশের সেরা পাইপ।
গাজী পাইপ আগে আসলে কত উপকারই না পাইতাম।
গাজী প্রথম, গাজী সেরা।
এটাই বেস্ট। প্রাণ ঝালমুড়ি এমনই টেস্ট, বাকি সব কিছু থেকে এটাই বেস্ট।
পানির প্রয়োজনে আমরা আছি সব সময় আপনার পাশে। বাংলাদেশের সর্বাধিক ব্যবহৃত পানির ট্যাঙ্ক গাজী ট্যাঙ্ক। গাজী প্রথম, গাজী সেরা। বাংলাদেশের সমৃদ্ধিতে গাজী গ্রুপ।
Dumps and they sneak a single. It's all going on out there.
Be interesting to look at that again. John, perhaps just pitched outside leg stump. Yes, indeed. It was adjacent, but it has to, of course, pitch between wicket and wicket.
Swung back into him, didn't it?
Umpire Kettleborough said no.
A good stop, Kevin O'Brien. Looked all the way 4.
Well, it was interesting there. Das looked to be lining up for that. Just getting himself back in his crease. A little bit shorter. Good fielding from Kevin O'Brien. And it's that type of support that this Irish team are going to need if they want to get over the line today.
Well, they won't stop that. George Dockrell just watched it sail by him. Lovely shot. That's through the covers. Keeps the pose to the end.
Well, it's one of the great feelings, John. Getting inside the line of that, holding the pose, as you say. And the minute it's hit the gap, he holds it even longer.
Better ball from McCarthy. Yeah, you can see Rory McIlroy in saying golfing terms, holding the pose after he cracks one many miles down the fairway. And that was typical cricket pose of a fine shot from Das. But a good comeback, that delivery from McCarthy.
As you mentioned it, of course, the US PGA this weekend. Rory will be looking for some silverware, I'm sure.
Little hop of frustration from McCarthy. Rankin, can he cut this one off? Puts his foot on it. And cries of "well done, big man" from Gary Wilson behind the stumps. Prevents the 4. They run through for 3.
Well, if you've got a size 16 boot, you've as good a chance of any as stopping it, because he wasn't going to get down for it, but he saved his team 1 run. Boyd Rankin, and collected by Kevin O'Brien, who made the long trek out there. So now Barry McCarthy with no slip, 4 in a line on the offside. And that brings us to the end of the 6th. Bangladesh 32 without loss.
এটাই বেস্ট প্রাণ ঝালমুড়ি, এমনই টেস্ট, বাকি সব কিছু থেকে এটাই বেস্ট।
আরে ভাবি, নতুন গাড়ি না? নতুন।
আম্মু কত বড় ক
কত বড় ক কত বড় ক
পোলার জাফরান মালাই আইসক্রিমে জাফরান, ছানা, কিসমিস, খেজুর ও বাদামের দারুণ মিশ্রণ। ভালো করতেই পারে মন। পোলার আইসক্রিম, মন ভালো থাক।
A little expensive in his 3 overs, gone for 20. There has been a lot more on the spot. Only from the polar end. Chasing 293 for victory. Ireland won the toss this morning, decided to put themselves into bat. Something of a dead rubber, the fact that Bangladesh are already through to the final, but it is a ODI ranking game, so Ireland looking for victory here. Don't get many of them. 2 matches they won out of 5. 1 match was no result in the matches against Afghanistan and Dehradun in India, and 1 since. First match against Bangladesh indeed was rained off. Just squares him up.
And you can call it a dead rubber, John. Anytime you put on a green jersey, there's nothing dead rubber about it. They'll be very anxious to get a win on the board, garner a bit of confidence going into the Afghan matches. And Adair doing a good job as we speak.
Good delivery, Best so far beats the outside of Das's bat.
That's something you don't see too much in modern ODI cricket. That's a good ball from Mark Adair. He's doing well so far for Ireland, concentrating on that basic foundation of seam bowling, top of off stump. It's something I was talking to Rob Castle about before the game. Deliveries that his bowlers, obviously Ireland's bowling coach Rob Castle, that bowl in that corridor of uncertainty, as they call it, and at 45%, John, he'd like it to be a good bit higher. There, of course, the batting coach, Ben Smith.
It's a good stop by Dockrell. He's one of Ireland's best fielders. Left hand, terrific throw and arm from George Dockrell.
Well, let me tell you, John, that's valuable. That's 3 to his tally. He can take it off his bowling analysis, he can add it to his batting, because they're the things that coaches look at, they're the things they mark down. And that was a superb piece of fielding by Dockrell.
And that ends the 7th over. Bangladesh 34 without loss.
আমার বিশ্বাস বিশুদ্ধ পানি উৎপাদনে প্রাণ ড্রিঙ্কিং ওয়াটার সর্বোচ্চ মান নিয়ন্ত্রণের ক্ষেত্রে কোনো কম্প্রোমাইজ করে না। প্রাণ ড্রিঙ্কিং ওয়াটার, এক বোতল প্রাণ শক্তি।
গাজী টায়ার, নিরাপদ হোক পথ চলা।
ভালোবাসার সুন্দর গল্পগুলো তো সুন্দর কিছু থেকেই শুরু হয়। নান্দনিক ডিজাইন, পুরো স্টেনলেস স্টিল দিয়ে তৈরি গাজী সিঙ্ক কিচেনটা সুন্দর করে, সংসারটাও। ইফাদ প্রিমিয়াম ড্রিঙ্কিং ওয়াটার, শুরু হোক বিশুদ্ধতায়।
Evades the man in the deep. Tamim Iqbal. Beautiful boundary to get his innings up and running. Markader beaten on the fence. Bangladesh have started this chase quite nicely. Good balance from Tamim. Freebie Tino, full toss on leg stick.
Don't want to be bowling those type of deliveries, especially in the power play. Want to be in the deck on top of off stump. Much better. That is the delivery, the line, the length. Okay, Tamim Iqbal quality. It's a slight comparison. At this stage, Ireland were 44 for 1. Bangladesh 38 without loss. What is important? Haven't lost any wickets yet.
Beautiful stroke by Tamim Iqbal. That is Tamim Iqbal to a tee. Elegance personified. Beautiful cover drive. Stroke through the extra cover band.
Too easy. So he's bowled 3 deliveries, 2 volleys, 1 leg side, 1 offside, and dealt with easily by Tamim Iqbal. He's going to play those shots all day once you bowl that line and that length. Too easy.
Interesting thing about Barry McCarthy, Tino, is obviously quite expensive here today. He picks up 2 wickets every ODI, and this over has been typical of Barry McCarthy. Inconsistent, but sometimes that plays into his favour. He picks up regular wickets, so although he can be a bit expensive, he's also a wicket taker.
That is correct. I'd still like to see him bowl the bowling to the surface some more. Like that. Maybe on a different occasion, Tamim will probably try to hit that over the top. You want to be using the surface as much as possible, especially in limited overs. Well, in any cricket, I should say. You want to make sure that you're on top of that all stump against guys as quality as Tamim Iqbal, because he can score quickly. And he jumps on any loose deliveries whatsoever.
Dot to finish. 8 overs gone. Bangladesh going well. 42 for no loss.
নতুন টুইনি কাপ আইসক্রিম, চকলেটের সাথে ক্যারামেল রিপেলের টুইন কম্বিনেশন, ভালো করতেই পারে মন। আমার বাবাও পছন্দ করবে। পোলার আইসক্রিম, মন ভালো থাক।
Thereabouts, par score, the captain back in the runs, and what a wonderful applause he got. First of all, he went to a 50 and then walking off just shy of a century, but he played well, got himself back in form. Paul Sterling was superb with the bat. Wonderful century, but you would think, Tino, the score was only probably par. We were speaking about a 280, 300 kind of wicket, so only thereabouts, so they're going to have to bowl very well to try and defend this total.
Even though they've got up to the par score, I still think that the surface is a much better one than that. If you're going to bat first, you've got to score at least maybe 330, 340, because batting second, it's going to become much easier. You can see not a lot of nibble, no swing, nothing whatsoever for the bowlers. And Ireland doesn't have a big spinner.
Drop catch, Gary Wilson diving away to his left, no slip in place. Disappointment for the Ireland keeper, and Mark Adair, it juices the edge. Gary Wilson diving away to his left. He'll be disappointed. Went with one hand, could have went with two. Boundary for Iqbal.
And good captaincy from Porterfield. What he did was just he doesn't have the slip in place. So what that's going to do is entice Tamim Iqbal to play that late dab.
Up and over, stand and deliver, Tamim Iqbal. Given a life to previous ball, this ball pitched up, smashes it over extra.
More commanding. Iqbal on this occasion. There, too full, too wide, too easy. Iqbal. I'm just talking about that delivery. Doesn't have to slip in. What he did is, in the back of Tamim's mind, he's probably saying, let me just run that ball down to third man if it's into length. Got the outside edge. Wilson come up short. Would you have taken that? No.
Not with my terrible eyesight these days, but I think it was more than a half a chance. I think if there was a slip in place, he probably would have left it for slip. He'll be disappointed, Gary Wilson. He went one-handed, the keeper, and sometimes as a wicket-keeper, you should try and go two hands first of all. If all he can get is one, well, then so be it. And a disappointing over for Ireland. A couple of boundaries, a drop catch for Bangladesh. 9 overs bowled. 53 for no loss.
সর্বোৎকৃষ্ট কাঁচামালে তৈরি গাজী পিভিসি পাইপ, আগাগোড়া মজবুত, বাংলাদেশের সেরা পাইপ।
গাজী পাইপ আগে আসলে কত উপকারী না পাইতাম।
গাজী প্রথম, গাজী সেরা।
এটাই বেস্ট প্রাণ ঝালমুড়ি, এমনই টেস্ট, বাকি সব কিছু থেকে এটাই বেস্ট।
পানির প্রয়োজনে আমরা আছি সবসময় আপনার পাশে। বাংলাদেশের সর্বাধিক ব্যবহৃত পানির ট্যাঙ্ক গাজী ট্যাঙ্ক, গাজী প্রথম, গাজী সেরা, বাংলাদেশের সমৃদ্ধিতে গাজী গ্রুপ।
Game 6 of the Walton Tri-Series, live from Clontarf, bathed in sunshine. A wonderful pitch, Ireland making 292. Paul Sterling, fantastic century. Change of bowling. Josh Little into the attack. Had a staggering start to his international career. 4 for 45 against England. It's been tough going since then for the Pembroke man. You mentioned the spin bowling department, Tino. They have a spin bowler on the bench, Andrew McBrien, who's been a very consistent performer for Ireland. I would have liked to have seen young McBrien get an opportunity, potentially ahead of Dockrell. It's a dead rubber of sorts. He's a good off spinner, a lot of left-handers in the Bangladesh side, so it would have been a good opportunity to get the off spinner into some cricket this summer. He mentioned to me at half time he hasn't played a full game of cricket since March because of weather and 12th man duties. Another player that's looking for an opportunity, Lorcan Tucker, young wicket-keeper from Pembroke and Trinity. Keeps wicket for the Leinster Lightning. That's Lorcan there on the left with the yellow bib, wicket-keeper batsman. That's young Andrew McBride. Donamana off-spinner. Well, stay down. And is that a sign of things to come? Keeping a little bit low there.
The thing about the ball keeping low, it has to be on the stumps. If it's outside of your stump, it doesn't make any sense. Josh Little, that's right, not his ODI career. That 4 for 45 was against England. Since then, it's been rough sailing. But that's the nature of the game.
Cut away. That's going to be another boundary. That's easy pickings for Litson Das. Short of a length, too much width. Boundary.
Too easy for Das. Just getting on top of the bounce and just punching that one over the top. Beautifully played. I love how he got on top of that and just punched that over. There's one thing I say about players that are small in stature: they love to cut and they love to pull.
Josh Little just slipping delivery stride. Not a nice feeling, I would imagine, for a fast bowler when you're a little bit unsure of your footing.
I absolutely hated it. And he's going to slip because there's so much grass as well on the surface. As he have a look there, you can see it's kind of like you're running in and just bowling on grass. The surface, I find when the West Indian bowlers come up, they struggle a lot on surfaces like these because they're so accustomed to the brown bare surface, so their spikes grip better. Probably for India as well.
Ready, guys? Come on,
a little bit of sawdust, or we would say, you call it, it's something you call it, I think it's some type of sand you call it in the Caribbean. They don't use sawdust anymore. They use this type of sand that is very good. I can't remember the name of it, but it works tremendously well on those surfaces in the Caribbean. It blends in really well. Those dry, flat wickets. Oh, play 18 years on those flat wickets down there, professionally for Barbados Pride. Well, it's now rebranded to Barbados Pride.
Tamim Iqbal has been given a life. Put down behind the stumps by Gary Wilson, the keeper, in the previous over. Paul Sterling, remember, was dropped twice, and he made Bangladesh pay with a wonderful century. This is the opportunity. Just running it off the face. Wilson diving away, half a hand. A little bit of seam there for Mark Adair. Chipped in the air, safe. Cross seam delivery, down a third man for a single. 10 overs bowl, 58 for no loss.
আসছো তোমাকে গোলাপের ভালোবাসা ধুর তুমি শুধুই আমার
পাইছি
কুদ্দুস ভাই
এই প্রথম স্ট্রবেরি ফ্লেভারড বিস্কিটের পোলার স্ট্রবেরি আইসক্রিম কোন ভালো করতেই পারে মন। কুদ্দুস ভাই কিন্তু খারাপ না। পোলার আইসক্রিম, মন ভালো থাক।
এটাই বেস্ট প্রাণ ঝালমুড়ি, এমনই টেস্ট, বাকি সব কিছু থেকে এটাই বেস্ট।
Boyd Rankin, 6'8" from the polar end. And this is a massive phase of the game. 95 wickets, excellent average, economy super, best of 4 for 15. Represented England, of course. Played against Ireland for England. It's quite a strange day for many an Irishman. Now back playing for the Emerald Isle. A little bit out of sorts this season so far. You would think a man of 6'8" can unsettle the batsman. He's got to slip in place, Tina, which I like.
wants to hit the deck. Serving up those long half volleys. So now went down to third man. Is he still playing county cricket?
No, Boyd finished with Warwickshire at the end of last season, so he now plies his trade for the Northwest Warriors, which is a domestic side here in Ireland, based in Derry. The current champions of the first class competition, so Boyd Rankle will be a good addition. Just played the one game last year for the Northwest Warriors. He'll be a big addition in this season's tournament. Spicy pitches up in Derry, very spicy pitches.
Bangladesh moving along very nicely. Facing the big man, 6'8". What's happening to the... Usually when you see a guy so big and tall, you would think he will bowl as quick as Shoaib Akhtar. When you see guys like Jason Holder and Boyd Rykin, they bowl some gentle medium pace, huh?
Well, I might remind Boyd Rankin of that post-match and see if you want to get the pads on tomorrow at the practice session.
Absolutely, no problem whatsoever. In my time, I faced Brackley, Shoaib Akhtar, Shane Bond, Mohammed Sami, Fidel Edwards, Mitchell Johnson. Oh, come on. Now I'll face the quickest in the world. No fear whatsoever. What you would expect, a guy so big will hit the deck a little harder. Put fear into your eyes. One just hitting the splice. Well played by Iqbal.
Well, that's a wonderful stroke. It's short, it's wide, yes. You've still got to place it and put it away. And Litson Das put it away with a real pleasurable shot.
Beautifully played by Litson Das. And on top of the bounce. I said when you're small in stature, you love to play the square cut. How's first class cricket in Ireland?
Well, Tino, I think the best way to describe the current first class structure would be improving, growing, would be the words. Only three sides: Leinster Lightning, Northern Knights based out of Belfast, and the Northwest Warriors, who are based out of Derry. So as you can imagine, only three sides, so not a huge amount of fixtures, and that's what the guys are crying out for: more and more cricket. Wants two. The captain's good. They're going to get two. Good over for Bangladesh. 8 runs coming from it. 66 for no loss.
আমার বিশ্বাস বিশুদ্ধ পানি উৎপাদনে প্রাণ ড্রিঙ্কিং ওয়াটার সর্বোচ্চ মান নিয়ন্ত্রণের ক্ষেত্রে কোনো কম্প্রোমাইজ করে না। প্রাণ ড্রিঙ্কিং ওয়াটার, এক বোতল প্রাণ শক্তি।
গাজী টায়ার, নিরাপদ হোক পথ চলা।
গাজী স্টোভ একদিকে যেমন গ্যাস সাশ্রয়ী, তেমনি রান্নার লোডও নিতে পারে প্রচুর। গাজী স্টোভ কিচেনের পারফেক্ট পার্টনার।
তোরা দেখ দেখ দেখতে চাহিয়া কৃষককে যে পানি দেয় গাজী পাম্প দিয়া, কৃষক দেখ।
গাজী পানির পাম্প, দামে সস্তা,
কৃষকের আস্থা।
Little hasn't got going today, and Bangladesh, it must be said, are playing with consummate ease here, ticking along at 6 and over. Ireland were 60 for 2 at this stage, so already Bangladesh in the ascendancy, and this is a common trend for Ireland. Trying to take wickets early on has been a real issue of late.
They haven't been able to get those wickets with a new ball. But Bangladesh, they bowl well. I know they're batting well. What is going to be very important for Bangladesh is also doing good things well, consistently. I put them in my top 4 for the World Cup. Been holding a lot of stick on Twitter, but that's okay. When they come to tournaments and stuff, I find it turns players on to the positive. And let's not forget that Bangladesh went to the quarterfinals in the last World Cup. They were 1 game away from the semi-finals. So that's why I put them in as my dark horse. Gotta give Jack his jacket. And they're a good side. I think they're a decent unit, and they're one of those teams that can surprise you on the day as well.
Yeah, you've been dragging me into your Twitter battle with all these people. My battery's died a death. Change of angle. Josh Little around the wicket.
Little. I think he's a talent, Josh Little. What I would like to see from him is try to put a little bit more effort into his normal length delivery. Meaning the same energy he's going to put in, let's say, a bouncer, because you want your bounce to be quick. You put in your length ball. That's where I think he's going to get better and better as time progresses. Uses a lot of slow deliveries, back of the arm deliveries. If he can just be more consistent with his energy, then I think the slow balls and stuff will be better utilized in getting wickets. It's just my opinion.
Operates around the 82, 83 mile an hour mark. That was his stock on delivery against England. Short ball, Tamim on the pull. Oh, that's dreadful. George Dockrell, that is really, really poor fielding in the deep. Your bowler bangs it in. The effort ball, short of a length, pulled away, and George Dockrell lets one through his legs.
The best fielding effort, Mr. Dockrell. He actually overran it as well. So Tamim Iqbal looking good, looking solid. Skips that one to the leg side. Oh, he feels it clearly and cleanly this time. After 12 over, the Bangladeshis are 76 without loss.
এটাই বেস্ট প্রাণ ঝালমুড়ি, এমনই টেস্ট, বাকি সব কিছু থেকে এটাই বেস্ট।
আরে ভাবি, নতুন গাড়ি না? নতুন।
আম্মু কত বড় ক?
কত বড় ক? কত বড় ক?
পোলার জাফরান মালাই আইসক্রিমে জাফরান, ছানা, কিসমিস, খেজুর ও বাদামের দারুণ মিশ্রণ। ভালো করতেই পারে মন। পোলার আইসক্রিম, মন ভালো থাক।
Superb cricket. Well, that is wonderful batting from Tamim Iqbal. Clear understanding with his partner. Drop and run.
Good hands. Good coordination by those two. And to further strengthen my argument about Bangladesh, they've reached a semi-final in the Champions Trophy in 2017 in England, and they nearly beat India in the final of the Asian Cup last year in the UAE. So that's why they're my dark horse.
Time will tell.
I'll tell you what, I could be wrong, Neil. I could be wrong, but just, you got to pick 4. You know what I mean? So I know people from Pakistan probably saying, what is Dino talking about? People from South Africa, all over, but it's just my 4. It's like the football World Cup. Who would have picked those 4 to get into the World Cup semi-final and to go on and win it as well? France. You know, some people might say, no, it's just your opinion. As ranking continues.
Gary Wilson will give chase. It's going to reach the boundary, I think. McCarthy does well. Does really well, but has he trod on the boundary rope? Valiant effort from Barry McCarthy. Josh Little says it's gone for 4. The umpire might just have a look upstairs.
The best of deliveries from Boyd Rankin. But 3 people went after that ball. Gonna have a look. Yes, indeed. I think it's 4. It was a good effort, though.
And a typical bowler's response. All I heard is Boyd Rankin on the stump mic. Is that leg buys?
Absolutely. Yes, indeed. For leg buys, you don't want that to go against bowling analysis at the end of the game. We hate when the umpire said a little back was involved. I think we are like wicket keepers as well. When you guys get buys against leg buys, vice versa.
Yeah, I used to hate a buy, I must say. Used to go against your bank account, as it were, and you used to go out and take guard. You were minus 4 runs before you even got off the mark. That's why I used to look at it. Well, you mentioned Tamim Iqbal looked in good touch. I'll go one better. I think Tamim Iqbal looks in great touch. 42 for 40. Listen, Das, almost unnoticed. 34 of 36 in a partnership, worth 83.
And I think about it, I don't think Das is probably not going to start in the World Cup as well. So it's good that Bangladesh has got so much options at the top of the order.
Well, the questions for William Porterfield at the moment, the Ireland captain. How am I going to get a wicket? He's looking around the field. Does he introduce spin? Does he turn to potentially Kevin O'Brien or Paul Sterling, who has generally picked up wickets in his ODI career? A bit of a golden arm, Paul Sterling, but at the moment, captain scratching his head. Tamim looks in good touch. It looks a good wicket. Bangladesh playing with real confidence. Drop and run again from Tamim Iqbal. Excellent batting. 13 overs bowled. 85 for no loss.
সর্বোৎকৃষ্ট কাঁচামালে তৈরি গাজী পিভিসি পাইপ আগাগোড়া মজবুত বাংলাদেশের সেরা পাইপ
গাজী পাইপ আগে আসলে কত উপকারই না পাইতাম
গাজী প্রথম গাজী সেরা
এটাই বেস্ট প্রাণ ঝালমুড়ি এমনই টেস্ট বাকি সব কিছু থেকে এটাই বেস্ট
পানির প্রয়োজনে আমরা আছি সব সময় আপনার পাশে বাংলাদেশের সর্বাধিক ব্যবহৃত পানির ট্যাঙ্ক গাজী ট্যাঙ্ক গাজী প্রথম গাজী সেরা বাংলাদেশের সমৃদ্ধিতে গাজী গ্রুপ
Josh Little to continue. The game you mentioned, Tito, Josh Little taking 4 wickets against England on his debut, and what was impressive that day was his short pitch bowling. It was his change-up, the bouncer. It was a brilliant delivery to get rid of Owen Morgan for a second ball duck. Really lifted the whole ground that day. He surprised many batsmen and really unsettled the England batsmen that day.
Is it a case that when you guys play against England, you're more up for it than playing against any other nation?
Well, I would say 100%. Ireland, England, all the history, the sporting occasion, no different. Raise your game, but Ireland need to raise their game every time to take the field against these full member nations.
Because in this Tri-Nation series, I've seen only 2 guys have really rocked up and really put their hand up in these games. That is Sterling, Balbirnie, and today, obviously, the captain getting a score. The bowlers haven't really running with any commitment, really wanted to win. I thought you had a good opportunity in Malahide, having posted over 320 odd runs. Thought you guys had an opportunity to take some wickets with a new ball. They didn't come out with that energy and that vigor, saying that we need to win this game, and you had the runs on the board. All you needed was to get some wickets with that new ball and really put the West Indies middle order under some pressure. And I thought that was a missed opportunity. And being up for games and being up for certain contests reminds me of Yorkshire versus Lancashire, the Roses game. Oh, the energy. It was unbelievable. Remind me of Barbados versus Trinidad, the rivalry in the Caribbean. Ooh, hot under the collar. Those are some good games, some good battles between those two teams. But Little, he wants a wicket before it's a little too late.
Barbados, Trinidad, Queen's Park Oval on a Friday night. The ground would be rocking, wouldn't it? Those rickety old stands.
Actually, I'm talking about 4-day cricket, not even 2020 or anything. I think one of the better games was a Barbados-Trinidad game in Barbados.
Well, that's help yourself bowling. Short, leg side. Tamim Iqbal's not going to miss out. Easy as you like. 14 overs bowled, 93 for no loss.
Now, Starkrook, 26 years of age now. Just in 2010 for on in the T20 World Cup, 10 on in the West Indies Cup in the was a seam bowler at one stage. Was a seam bowler at one stage. Spotted. Now he is an international spin bowler.
George Dockrell should be looking to vary his pace a wee bit. Look to be played off the front foot as much as possible. Get that dip on the ball. Just like that. Interestingly, George Dockrell hasn't taken a wicket in his last 25 overs of ODI cricket. They're at a premium these days, wickets. But no wickets for Dockrell in his last 25 overs of international cricket. ODIs, I should say.
Oh, that's terrible fielding. Well, they can't afford to give away runs like that. That's poor from Boyd Rankin.
Well, it has to be said, John, Ireland's fielding has been sloppy at best, and that typifies it.
Took his eye off it completely.
Very lucky it didn't go for 4.
He's looking up where he's going to throw it before the ball's actually even arrived. It's cut away, it's going to get past McCullum and go all the way for 4 to end the 16th over. It's comfortable for Bangladesh so far, 112 without loss.
এটাই বেস্ট প্রাণ ঝালমুড়ি এমনই টেস্ট বাকি সব কিছু থেকে এটাই বেস্ট
McCullum go all the way for 4 to end the 16th over. It's comfortable for Bangladesh so far, 112 without loss.